Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Born to Talk About Sports. I'm Steve Bourne. I know it's been quite a while, it's been a few months, but the Canadian sports media world lost a true icon today in Darren Dutchyshen, TSN, of TSN. Did Sports Desk, then the Modern Sports Center, did some side shows. He did In This Corner with Russ Amber, a boxing show, and many others on TSN. Um, he was born in Saskatchewan and then worked his way up through local sports media in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and then came to TSN and settled in Aurora and worked for TSN in Toronto. I had the distinct honor of meeting him a handful of times because he used to work out at the gym of the Howard Johnson Hotel that I used to work at, and so I would meet him in the mornings when he would come for his morning workout. I'd buzz him in every morning. I knew exactly who he was, obviously. I always called him Mr. Dutchyshen, and you always say call me Darren. And it's like, I'm sorry, man, I just can't. Um, I and occasionally when I used to work out in the gym, because that was one of the perks of working at the hotel. Um, he was always very welcoming, willing to talk sports, even though it was his job and he was on his own. He's still willing to talk sports, still willing to give just talk to people. You'll see this on TSN and anyone who's been talking about him today. He just loved to talk to people. He was very much of an extrovert. Um, but like I said, the time I probably met him about half a dozen to a dozen times, and to me, Mr. Dutchyshen, Dutchy as his friends called him, just a class act all the way. When I first met him, the first thing I couldn't get over was the guy was freaking huge. Um, and then when you see him down in the when he got his gym clothes on, a lot of times it was sleeveless shirts just to show off those guns. And holy crap, um, he obviously took good care of his body. And you look like you should be playing football, not reporting on it or showing highlights of football games. Um, uh, my buddy Griff used to go to school with his son Tyler, I believe, and Darren was a huge fixture of in the Aurora community. You'd see him quite a bit, either jogging or just if you saw him just on the street, just pop and say hi, and he'd say hi, how you doing, shake your hand, and go from there. But yeah, I just want to say that, and also, I mean, I did one time I did talk to him. I did ask him, "How did you get into the business?" And he said, "Make connections, do video." This is in the mid like 2005, 2006. He would say, record videos if you can with the VHS. I know I'm dating myself. Um, and send tapes out, send writable DVDs out. Try to get internships. It's because he said in the sports media business, it's who you know. And so I'm still following your words, Mr. Dishon. I said that this one gets to me. It's just because not only people think it's a guy on TV, you don't know him. Well, I did get to meet him. I didn't know him. I wasn't a good friend or anything, but I did get to meet him and talk to him for a handful of times. And so, and he was when I saw him on TSN, and when I became a bit older and became more and more into a bit of a sports junkie, I was pretty much like saying, that's what I want to do one day. I want to talk about sports on TV for a living. Mr. Dutchyshen got to live the dream, and he even said it's like, how stressful can you, like, when talking to Rod Smith? just told the story on Sports Center. How can your life be stressful? You're a bleeping sportscaster. You get to talk about sports. I mean, what better job is that? So, this is going to be a short video, but I just want to send my thoughts, prayers, sympathies to the Dutchyshen family, Mr. Dutchyshen's friends, everybody at TSN. I know he probably wouldn't even recognize me if I saw him, or he'd probably say, "Oh, you're the guy from the Hojos and Doug's gym." But I just want to say my sympathies are out, and Canadian sports media lost a true icon. There's a link in the description for this. Will be the video tribute that TSN did. So you can see TSN's video tribute is about 4 or 5 minutes long. If you want to make yourself if you got a few minutes, check it out. Until then, stay safe out there, and you never know. Hug a loved one and tell them you love them.